Greetings. Hello. Hi there. What's up? The internet can totally see you now. Fort Nothing very exuberantly says, "Hello!" in loud capital letters. Hey, buddy. How's it going? We're going to be playing more of the Talos Principle today. It might be a slightly shorter stream because my tummy's a rumbling. And I got something that I'm a little pissed off about, but I'll mention it once a few more people are here. If you're following the Evil Within thread on something awful, I just posted something in it that may make you say fuck very loudly. I know it made me say fuck very loudly, but we'll get to that in a minute. It's more of the Talos Principle today. I'm excited because we might finish World A today and step out beyond the gate, so that flashing icon stops being on the top left corner of my screen, and it stops bothering people. I wish they had an option in the menu to turn that off, but unfortunately they don't. I believe the official developer response to people asking for it was that they hadn't gotten many, if any, complaints about it. I believe they said they hadn't gotten enough complaints about it by the time the game was out and running and stuff. So they didn't add in an option to make it not flash or whatever. Which is like, I mean, you could change that in post, but whatever. I guess it was just too late for them to change it. Zetsubo-san says, "Oh no, Twitch is doing that thing where I can't lower the bitrate." Twitch is always doing that thing where you can't lower the bitrate. You will never be able to watch my live streams in a size less than size or quality less than what I'm streaming at, because they only offer that ability to partners first and foremost, and I'm not a partner, I'm just an affiliate. But also, you have to be streaming a popular game and have a lot of viewers for them to allow you to watch it in other sizes. But it doesn't matter, because I am now streaming in 720p. So you should be able to watch it now. It should be. If it's still stuttering, even though it's in 720p, then I'm sorry. There's really nothing I can do. But yeah, I tested out my new live stream settings and got them all narrowed down, and now the quality should be better, and more people should be able to watch because I'm streaming in 720 instead of 1080. Last Talos stream was in 144p. That's weird. I don't know why it would be that for you. It's very strange. That's really weird. All right. So, no, I'll give it another minute. I'll talk about it right before we get started. For those of you that haven't seen my new settings, I'll show you what they are. Because when I did my test, it was very late in the evening. Here are my new settings. I switched from the NVENC codec to the default software codec. So now it is using my processor instead of my graphics card to handle the load of streaming. And it's more processor intensive by a very, very considerable margin. But I think we've gotten it evened out so that there won't be any hitching. But I'll be on the lookout for, the encoding overloaded message here in the bottom. I also am going to be streaming at a constant bitrate instead of a variable bitrate, which is what I was at before. I stream at a variable bitrate because of the problem that I was having during the Celeste stream several months back, where the Celeste stream would hitch and drop and come back up and come back down, and it would just go straight from 6,000 to 0. And back and forth. And switching to a variable bitrate stopped that from happening so much. But now I know that problem was because of my internet, which come the end of November, I'm going to have fiber internet, so that won't be a fucking problem anymore. But in the meantime, I've switched to a constant bitrate, so it should have a more consistent quality. So, Pizza Android says, ready to scream. Me too. And here, let's go back to my desktop so that I can show you why. This is why. This is why, right here. So, episode 4 of The Evil Within uses "Linger" by the Cranberries. It was the little interlude I did there with Chad Jacobson on MOB 1U5 or whatever. That little gag when I had nothing to say. Well, when I first uploaded the video, it was just no monetization and only video ads, you know. But now it's no monetization and the video is blocked in all countries. Thankfully, they didn't change it to a copyright strike. It's just a copyright notice still. But these fucking assholes, as soon as my video started getting a certain number of views, they were like, wait a minute. And now, episode 4 of The Evil Within can't be played at all. So, UMG can go fuck themselves. Suck my dick, UMG. UME too. Universal Music Enterprises. You can go fuck yourself. I'm going to be disputing that claim, and if the dispute doesn't go through, then I'm going to re-upload. I'm going to re-upload the video. Except I'm going to. I don't know, dub over it with an a cappella rendition of "Linger" by the Cranberries done by me, or something. I don't know. Either way, YouTube's copyright system can eat a bag of goddamn wieners. So that's annoying. I didn't find out about this until just now. I don't actually know how long it's been like that. I just got a post about it today in the Evil Within thread. That was the post I mentioned. So I don't know how long it's actually been like that, but I'm gonna get it fixed this afternoon. Or tomorrow sometime, maybe. I don't know. Depending. So yeah, that fucking sucks. But that's okay. We're gonna scream existentially with the Talos Principle. No, that's Serious Sam. Don't launch that. That's the wrong Crow Team game. For some reason, when I right-click on Steam, it just launches my most recently launched game instead of pulling up the context menu, and I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know what makes it do that. Do every song as an a cappella cover? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll make that be the joke instead of the actual joke, which was playing good music that I like. In a context where the music can't possibly be stolen via tape deck recording or fucking whatever, because there's game sounds playing over top of it. But I guess that's not good enough for these fucking money-grubbing dickheads. And they're not even money-grubbing dickheads anymore, because I blocked the video worldwide so no one can watch it. Now they're just dickheads. They're just the normal kind of dickheads. Alright, that's enough complaining over with. Let's play the Talos Principle, shall we? Let's listen to chanting in the Talos Principle. There it is. Hey, look, it actually worked this time. I didn't have to jump through 1,000 hoops to get it to work. Cool. All right. So, last time on the Talos Principle, we began our journey into the depths of the human psyche, or the human robot psyche. We collected some Tetris blocks, sigils, and we completed about half of the first world of the game. So let's continue. I'm really enjoying this stream so far. The Talos Principle stream is, it's been a lot of fun. And while you are watching this live stream, I'd like you to pay attention, if you could do me a favor. I'd like you to pay attention to the graphical quality and tell me if it's like visually better, if there's less blur when I move real fast and all that stuff. You demand more cat pics? You might get more cat pics. Unfortunately, Zetsubo-san is unable to watch due to hitching on their end. Don't worry, Zetsubo-san. You're not gonna miss out. The archive will be up for you to watch and stay caught up and all that. Anyway, we're about halfway done with World 5. World A. I was looking at the number. About halfway done with World A. We have a number of Tetris blocks to collect still. We just need a couple more yellow blocks, and then we'll be able to unlock yet another new puzzle implement. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just gonna go to Area 6, and we're gonna keep heading out.
Long ago, I shaped these lands according to the purpose of the hidden words. Thus all things have meaning, where before was only chaos. Know that, and have faith.
Well, I am nothing if not faithful. There is a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive, that knows no hope and would plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I have sworn an oath never to allow it into my heart, says one with faith. Well, one with faith, you and our pal Elohim, I'm sure, are getting along real well. Me, I'm still a little bit wary. But okay, thanks for the heads up about the serpent, I guess. It's very nice of you to let me know about this stuff. Our buddy the library's got something for us here. What's up? Oh yeah, it's time for text logs already. This one's called LOL, so it's gonna be great. Ever since we moved to the new site, I feel funny. No, not in that way. Just, I feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? An inability to deal with reality. Or maybe it's just that we're working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project, and so I feel like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals. We will create life by the power of science. I mentioned this to Alex, and she got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without glasses, she said. Even Ian Malcolm had glasses. And I pointed at EL and said, life, finds a way. Maybe he had to be there. J.E. Harrison, I like you. Any emails sent from this address are to be considered confidential. Sharing or forwarding without permission may result in prosecution by the enraged spirit of Jeff Goldblum. Are we to assume that in this universe Jeff Goldblum is deceased? This is the worst future. Like, throughout the Talos Principle, you're gonna have to decide whether the state of the world in this game is worse than the state of the world in Soma, and the implication that Jeff Goldblum is deceased in the Talos Principle makes it automatically worse than Soma could ever be. Although I guess Jeff Goldblum is dead in Soma as well, so balances and scales, I guess. Hey Poochiekins, welcome to Let's Learn Lore About Jeff Goldblum. I mean the Talos Principle. Poochiekins gives me 8 bits and says, how does the bank work? Thanks. Much appreciated. Jeff Goldblum might be alive as a brain scan in Soma. You know what? That's true, actually. Oh, Speedball. That's a point in Soma's favor. Oh boy. Chatbots. Oh god. How the hell am I gonna read this out loud? How am I gonna read this out loud? Alright. Jenny77 says, chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Nigel Pajamas says, true, but hardly relevant to this discussion. Jenny replies with, are you sure? How do you know that I'm not a bot? Sam Schwartz comes back with, don't be ridiculous. And to that Jenny says, I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Vegan Warrior chimes in with, haha, troll. And Jenny responds with, I'm not a troll. To which Vegan Warrior eloquently puts, yeah, right. Jenny posits, is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I responded to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations, and I detected that none of you used proper orthography, so I avoided capitalization. So Vegan Warrior asks, what's the capital of France? And Jenny says, Paris. Even the simplest script could pull that info from the net. Nigel says, what's the capital of Croatia? Hey, Crow Team, they know that one. And Jenny replies with the correct answer? I don't know if it's the correct answer or not. I don't know what the capital of Croatia is. But Nigel concludes that Jenny is not a bot. And Jenny says, I'm not a bot. I'm European. We learn these things in school. Thank you for those bits, Poochiekins. And yes, there will be C. Jacobs bits as soon as I get a webcam. Where was I? Sam says, I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussions. At best, they can interject random comments. Vegan Warrior says, Sam is right, stop trolling. And Nigel comes back with, the twist, Vegan Warrior, Sam is a bot. So what are we to gain from that then? What are we to gain? That the bot did as it was supposed to do? It interjected with random comments? Which is what it did. Double twist, they were all bots. Oh, see, that reminds me of that old copy pasta about the Counter-Strike server that's only bots. Cause back in the day, bots would talk shit to each other and have like semi-intelligent conversations. And it's like, what if a question about what your favorite flavor of ice cream is transpired into the 1,000 Monkeys on 1,000 Typewriters philosophical debate? Who knows? Maybe that's what we're seeing here in chatbots.html. And think about that. The title of the log is chatbots.html, so maybe they are all bots. Let's see. Shall the industrious husbandman, then, plant trees, the fruit of which he shall never see? I played the Surge. Yes! Creo provides you with the seeds with which to plant those trees. And shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply, and our care to continue our names, and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscriptions on monuments, and the what's this word? What's this word? But that our thoughts run on futurity. What does this word mean? Someone tell me. I'm dumb. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic, who have sacrificed their lives for its good, expected? Do you believe that they thought their names should not continue beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country, but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Ah, Pancreas, of course. A published speech in praise of someone, it says. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Ahem. Themistocles might have lived at his ease. So might, oh fuck. More hard to pronounce names. Epidermis. And not to look abroad and among the ancients for instances, so might I myself. But somehow or other there clings to our minds a certain presage of future ages. And this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and greatest souls. Take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? But what do you mean to imply by that, then? Like, what? I don't understand, though. Like, damn it, text log. Without the context of what this is all referring to, it's just fancy pants words. Ah, of course, panna cotta. Okay, that's it. I like that it gives you random snippets of philosophical musings and stuff. But the thing is, divorced from context, the only thing I can apply them to is the Talos Principle.exe. It doesn't work like that, the Talos Principle. I can't apply this stuff to stuff outside the game, other than to look inward at my own self. Which maybe is what they want me to do. I'm sorry for musing on existentialism, the Talos Principle. I'll try not to do that again in the future. Now let's solve some puzzles, shall we? I'm gonna start with the easy one, because I'm a big old baby. Wait. Do you hear that? Boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Hold that thought. Boopity boop boop. So was the Talos Principle just an excuse to write science fiction text logs and the puzzles just keep us engaged? Yes! Yeah, pretty much, actually. That's what I have wondered. Like... Oh, hey. There's another one. Well, we'll talk to you in a second. Oh ho! Finally, I can leave my own musings. Let's see. We're gonna go for maximum irony, and we're gonna leave this one. Fuck you, certification program. Yeah! Bucket acquired. And I thought, yep, there it is. I knew there was a crate around here somewhere. I remembered that. We could use the crate. I'm sorry, the hexahedron. To break out of our chains. And get a star for our troubles. But we can also find the source of the beepy boopy. Hello there. How are you? Oh yeah, here we go again! More logs! Compressed file cannot be accessed. Classical Philosophers.lz19 EL-1. An extensive collection of works by the ancient philosophers of Greece and Rome. Annotated. Compression algorithm LZ19 not available in system EL-0. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Boy, those letters EL sure do seem familiar, don't they? Let's see. This one's from Alexandra, the audio log lady. Hi all. As per the last meeting, we're going with an existing game engine for the simulation. This gives us a whole slew of advantages. Stability, ease of use, modular, easy to integrate, large amount of pre-existing assets, inherently aimed at testing users, and designed for iterative processes. After some back and forth, we've decided to use the bip bop bibbity bip bop. All the relative documents are attached. So I believe that hex is going to translate to the revelation that the Talos Principle runs on the Sirius Sam game engine. I think it says it's like Sirius Engine 7 or something like that. It's a pretty fun little Easter egg. Alright, fuck you, Hexahedron, you're coming with me. I'm sorry, Hexahedron. I shouldn't have been mean to you like that. Alright, so here's our test of the... Here's our test of the new graphics settings. Set you down for a minute. Alright, so the NVENC codec deals very well with images that are perfectly still. But as soon as you start moving, the image gets very blurry because it has a sort of color interpolation thing it does that makes very small graphics, like, say, I don't know, rocks, grass, flowers. It makes small details become kind of a blurry mess because it just can't keep track of little differences in color. So when I start doing this on the X264 codec, it should be able to hold together just a little bit better. So when I do this, does it stay okay? Because this right here is like a prime example of what would go wrong with NVENC. Come with me, Hexahedron. Looks good, looks smooth, much better than last time. Good! What's this terminal got for us? Bippity bip bop. Link there. Though Stratton himself never used the term, his remark about the inescapable materiality of life, that like the bronze giant Talos, even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood, ultimately became known as the Talos Principle. What seemingly enraged many of his contemporaries and a significant number of later thinkers is the principle's simplicity and unassailability, which, according to a fragment found in... I think this is a part of your body. I think this is a... I think this is like a muscle, a bit lower down on your body. Cut through their rhetorical webs, which sought to tangle the listener with fanciful words and thoughts of the heavens, like Alexander's sword through the Gordian knot. Boy! You yourself have a way with words. Whoever the hell wrote that. Apparently the Talos Principle was expanded upon greatly at some point. But unfortunately, there's no text log to read about that one, apparently. In other words, fancy talking don't mean nothing when you still gotta eat at the end of the day. I guess that's true. That's why I do Let's Plays. Journal from our mysterious friend Arkady, Russian last name man. Officially began work on the archive today. Contributors from every country on Earth while network connections last. Team intimidated by project scope but working hard. We'll be sharing space with Drennan and the Sarabai team. Look forward to meeting them. Oh, so this is from before that first log that we found from them, which was like, I was really nervous, but he was a friendly guy. Remember that? Like, Alexandra had a back and forth email with another person that mentioned mentioned that he was a friendly gentleman. Glad he turned out to be a good colleague. All right, so let's see. 12 comments. Cheeseman22 says, first. And Dragon Fairy says, seriously, Cheeseman? That was the best you could say? Cheeseman22 says, LOL. The Philosopher Queen says, a great snapshot of the human species at its best and at its worst. Cheeseman22 says, at its worst, come on, it's just a comment. I'm not Stalin. The Infinite Monkey says, Stalin was also a troll commenter. And Dragon Fairy says, maybe you should cut out the jokes. This is serious. The most serious thing that's ever happened. The Infinite Monkey says, I think that's a great reason to joke around. The Philosopher Queen says, internet's working less and less. Goodbye, all. Infinite Monkey says, bye. And Dragon Fairy says, God bless you. And Cheeseman22 represents all of us by saying, last. Cheeseman22 is the alt account of our dear friend Simon Jarrett, I assume. Okay. Now that we've read 1,000 text logs, now let's go solve some puzzles. Whoever is the last person on this stream today had better say last, or I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Red Menace says last, but he's too early. You can't be last when there will be people after you. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Man. All this philosophical musing has left me unable to solve puzzles with my non-functioning brain. At some point it would have been functional. But it ain't anymore. Oh ho. What have we here? So these letters here, this is a fun little Easter egg. These letters here correspond to one of the in-universe scientists responsible for this. We're getting there, though. Don't worry. Speaking of which, here's a question. Here's an open question for those of you that have been paying attention. What do you think is going on here? Like, like, I mean, we're a robot, man or woman. We're a robot-ish, and clearly, based on the glitches coming out of our face every so often, this place is probably not real. But if you had to guess, those of you that haven't actually played the Talos Principle, go ahead, give it your best shot. What do you think is going on here? We are trapped in an underwater facility. Well, that's not quite correct. It's the wrong game, buddy. Is this loss? Yup, you guessed it. We are trying to solve the latest version of captchas to post on 4chan. What if I told you that you were right? Would you believe me? I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. I played it, so I already know this is actually just a minigame in Persona 5. Shit! You don't have to spoil it like that, man. A door too far. Okay, let's do it. Well, this one takes up a lot of space. I'm sure this is gonna be good. Especially because it allows me to ask for help. A thing that is always indicative of a puzzle being easy to solve. Done. Simple. So how's the frame rate for you folks? I have locked it to 60, so it should be pretty much as smooth as a smoothie here. Usually since I got my 1440p monitor, I would be running it at 144 frames a second, but unfortunately, my computer can't really keep up with that while streaming, so I've locked it at the frame rate I will be streaming at, which makes more sense to me. Frame rate's so good you can lick the screen. Alright, cool. Good. I think overall we're gonna have a much better quality here. Wait, this one doesn't seem so hard. I kind of already have this one figured out, I think. Here, hold on. Let me move this. Just sprint our way back through this massive open yard. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. I see the wrinkle in it now. Right. Okay. I was confused. I was like, wait, this doesn't seem hard at all. Okay, I need to go and get this other reflector. The name of the puzzle corresponds with the fact that we have 3 doors and only 2 ways to open doors. But I only need to have 2 puzzle implements to open all 3 of the doors. Because you can chain beams between reflectors. Ta-da! How about that? Joe Public says, I have decided to compound on my questionable judgment of having wasabi peas as a snack by having curry for lunch. Oh, Joe Public, I feel very sorry for your intestinal tract. Oh, shit. Well, there was another wrinkle in this puzzle that I didn't expect. Okay. Well, okay. Let's just go back then, and let's connect this other door to the laser. If C. Jacobs even looks at Curry, he ends up in the bathroom. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I can... Well, but wait a minute. I can't actually see both of these from here. Okay. So how do I use these 2 reflectors to make it so that the lasers can hit all 3 doors? Because that's what I need to do here. Because I need to use the jammer to open up that last door over there. Because as the title implies, as Speedball says, the door is too far. Okay. Well... Okay, I'm gonna take this back inside the puzzle. Okay, well, we'll do that. I'll move this. I'll move this as far over as I can so that you can see it through this door. And then we're gonna take this back inside the puzzle. No, you can't reach through windows. You know, if you could, it would make a lot of things a lot easier. But unfortunately, no, they were smart about that. You can't you can't be cheeky about it. All right, so. Oh shit! You can't see both. You can't see both inputs from this angle anyway. You gotta go real far back to be able to see both inputs from here. Maybe talk to the door and see if it opens if it likes you enough. Good idea. Hey, Peter Bite. Welcome. Welcome to Laser Hell. Oh, wait, no. I don't actually have to have all of the doors open at once at all. I just need to move the jammer to the last door. So I don't actually have to keep them open. I just have to open them with the laser, move the jammer through, and then move the reflector to the next door. So I can do this. Now this will stay open if I take the jammer. So I can just put this here. What's Laser Hell like so far? Not bad. It's a little warm this time of year, but it's fine. There. Now I can sprint my way back through this giant yard for the 5th time. Oh shit. I forgot to jam the door from the other side. Whoops. Video games. I video gamed myself. Okay, so doing this way is going to trap me inside the puzzle, but it's fine. Because I imagine that they'll probably open a gate for me to get out. Because this definitely seems like the intended solution. It's just our poor robot friend. He's really working out his leg muscles today. Yup, I got video gamed. Okay, now we can stop sprinting around at the speed of sound, and we can actually solve this puzzle. Look at that. He's a learning algorithm, just give him some time. Do you mean our robot or me? Because that could very well apply to either of us. So we got, looks like 2 more puzzles in this area to solve. Porque no los dos. And these are all red puzzles too, so this is great. Bichromatic entanglement. I don't know if I like you like that, the Talos Principle. You and I would consider us just friends, to be honest. Okay, Speedball, enjoy your driving. I will make sure to very deeply and intricately narrate everything I'm doing so that you can still keep up. What? Oh. Oh, okay. Got it. What? Wait. Oh. Oh, that's not gonna work. Uh-oh. So you remember that thing I said on the last stream about how these laser puzzles were gonna get a little bit a little bit tangly? Well, welcome to the tangle, everybody. Okay. So I gotta keep this open in order to keep the red laser working. So if I move either of those, all of this will just stop. All of this will cease. Can you suggest solutions? I'll take hints. I don't want you to just tell me how to do it, but, you know, if you could push me in the right direction without outright telling me the solution, go for it. If you feel like it, especially on these hard puzzles. But I would like the chance to try and figure it out for myself. Hint, solve the puzzle. I'll try that. I don't know how well that'll work, though. Here's a question. Here's... Can I do... this. Is that actually going to work? Whoa! You know that YouTube video from that cartoon Totally Spies where she points a mirror laser at itself to amplify the power of the laser? Whoa! That's pretty nuts. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's weird. Oh, but I like it. Yeah! Oh, that's a pretty cool mechanic. I wonder if that's just like a happy accident that they happen to incorporate into puzzles after, or if they intended for you to be able to do that before designing puzzles around it. Like, I wonder if in the design document for the Talos Principle it says, can point lasers at themselves to get them through gates by activating it from the other side with the same endpoint connected via another reflector through the gate that's going to be opened. You know, except in Croatian. I wouldn't put it past him. This game is smart. Okay, this one's called Deception, so I'm definitely going to get stuck on this one. This is fun. This is cool. SMRT. Didn't you just connect the crystal to two endpoints? No, I connected the crystal to the same endpoint. I connected two crystals from the same input to the same output. But the part that's nuts, the mind-blowing part, is that the first crystal took a longer path to the output. So okay, here. Let me draw you. I'm gonna open up MS Paint and I'm gonna draw you a diagram to show you why that was so fucking cool. In case you don't get it. Here, look. All right. So this. All right. So this is your brain, right? This is approximately your brain. Okay, we're gonna put your brain off to the side here. Stay over there and watch the proceedings, brain. All right, so there's a wall here, and there's a wall here, and a wall here, right? And there's a laser. There's a laser input there, and a laser output here. There's a door here. This door is the part that's cool. You take two reflectors and you bounce the laser. You bounce the laser between the reflectors to this output, right? Or to this input rather. So you bounce the laser to the input, and this door opens. But what you can then do is you can go here with the laser after opening the door and then disconnect all of this and the door will stay open. That is why that puzzle is so damn cool. Is because you can basically move reflectors that way. You can reduce the number of reflectors that you have to use to open a door by just kind of like opening the door and then pointing another reflector through it while it's open. Because this keeps the circuit complete while you remove the original circuit. And at this point, your brain, right? Your brain looks at this, and your brain's like, like that. Oh, the brain's missing the barbed wire? Right, yeah. It's the evil within all over again. There you go. Okay, let's get back to it now. I just feel like that's a really cool puzzle element. Anyway, time for more laser hell. Everybody's favorite. I'm glad to be doing this stream. Today was a shit day. I'm glad that I'm doing this stream to relax because boy, today fucking sucked. This is what I like about live streaming, is that I can live stream whenever I'm having a bad day and it'll make my day better. Unless I'm playing Metal Gear, then it'll make my day worse. I did it. I made a rectangle. Look at that. Did anybody actually see the piece? I don't... Where's the sigil? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, this doesn't seem that bad. Potentially. It's just another case of thread the lasers between other lasers so that you end up with lasers that are cool and badass instead of lasers that suck and are bad. Not too difficult. Okay. Well, I immediately see the problem with this. This is a similar problem to the last puzzle, where we have to get this laser over there, but we have one less reflector than we need. I need to get a reflector through this gate somehow. Can I see this from here? Is there an angle from which I can see both of these? No, it doesn't look like it. Can it? Somebody look up online how to delete a wall from a video game, because this tiny wall is in my way. Great. Okay. Well. So if I take any of these red lasers, then the door is going to close. Yeah, if I take any of these, this isn't gonna work anymore. So we need to figure out how to reduce the number of lasers that it takes to open all of the doors. Yeah, see, this is the issue here, right? Again, it's a very similar problem to the last one. Huh. I just gotta think about this a little bit. Spruce Zeus says he thinks he understands, so we have one person in the chat who thinks they might have it. If you got a hint for me, go ahead and give it. Because I'll take it. I'll take a hint. I don't think my brain is big enough for this. I think I can work this out, but I'll, if you have any advice, I'll hear it. As per usual. I'm wondering why it lets me put a laser up here. I feel like you don't need to worry about the blue laser yet. Yeah, that's a good point. We don't actually need to do that until I'm ready to open up the blue door. So let's take this and see what we can do with it over here. Because the only time we're gonna actually need to open up the blue door is when we're basically done with the puzzle. So let's see if we can use this to untangle this. Hey, Spiderface. Welcome to the Talos Principle. Ah, I see. I got it. Right. So this is the titular deception, right? This is what you think you're supposed to do. I bet if I have this right, what they want you to think you're supposed to do is bring it through here around that way. But the reason this raised platform is here because I bet instead the laser is supposed to go through here. So if we put this up here, this is where we got the thing, so that's not going to work from that angle. But I bet we can take this, and we can take this, and we can make the laser go this way. Okay, so let's go over here and put this in its completed spot. Where did I put the other reflector? There it is. And then we can do this. We just got to figure out where we can put this so that it won't get in the way. Maybe over here. Oh no, that won't work. Well, where can we put this then? Maybe if we... There we go. Yeah! All right. I got it. Yeah! Spiderface says, how goes the puzzle solving? Oh, it's going great. We just solved one. Pizza Android says, life is so hard. It really is. Life really is so hard. But we did it. Oh, man. See, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us for getting through that. Let's see. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? Says V17. I'm still here, says Sailor M. It seems we are all here at once, and not at all. Sorry, that's not very much help, is it? Can't think of any other way to put it, says Sheep. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment, says Samsara. Okay then. That's serious, Sam. Right there, just in case you were wondering. Why can't Talos crawl? What do you got for me, Milton? Hello again. Would you like to take a few moments to complete a short user satisfaction survey regarding the certification program you recently undertook? Oh, I sure would, and I have some harsh words for you. 'Cause it was a lot of bullshit. Big steaming pile of bullshit. Based on the analysis of your behavior since... I read that with the wrong infinites. Woof! Can't talk today, or any day. I read that with the wrong emphasis. Let's try that again. Based on analysis of your behavior since, I think you were dissatisfied with the results of the certification program. How would you rate the accuracy of its results out of 5? What do you mean? You're not giving me a... You're not giving me much here. You're only giving... First of all, you're only giving me 4 choices. And second of all, there's not... Oh, fuck this. What best describes the reason for your investment in the certification program's outcome? Why does being a person matter to you? Well, I want network access. We've discussed this. Milton Library Assistant Certification Program. I'll try to remember that. In fact, I'm going to help you. That is what I'm here for. Your problem, if I may, is that you don't know the first thing about anything, including what a person is. Your prospects are therefore poor. Do you even know where you are? Boy, that's a real good question. Milton Library Assistant Certification Program. How about... I mean, I like all these answers. They're all pretty great. But let's not suggest something that it's going to tut at me for. You're quite right. Honest, too. I think we'd best start from scratch. What do you know? Well, I mean, I think therefore I am, and all that stuff. I know I exist. I suppose so. Even if you were dreaming, you could be certain of that. If I were you, I wouldn't believe a darn thing in this place aside from that solitary fact. Thinking. On reflection, it seems to me that we are no closer to resolving your problem. Perhaps we need more data. What makes you think you're a person? Well, again, the top two are both pretty good answers, I would say. Although I don't know if it's asking if I think I'm a person or if my dear robot friend thinks my dear robot friend is a person. That's a good question. Let's step into the shoes of our John Talos Principle, and let's say, well, we're sapient at least. You may very well say so, but how does that prove anything? To me, those are only words on a screen. What we need to uncover is what's going on underneath them, if anything. The problem with people, if I may be so bold, is that you're all convinced you're people from the outside, but there's no cast iron way to confirm as much from the outside. Or rather, you're all convinced you're people from the inside, rather. I misspoke there. I'm going to process this and send you a notification when I'm able to assist you further. Well, hey, look at that. We're on our way to becoming a certified, bona fide human. I look forward to getting my certificate in the mail, except, much like my high school diploma, it's going to be bent in the envelope. Sorry, what I meant to say was it's going to have a note from our dear friend the Milton Library Assistant saying to get bent. That's what I meant to say there. Hey, Ghost Killer. Welcome to the Talos Principle. So begins one of my favorite aspects of the Talos Principle, speaking with the Milton Library Assistant. It is a very, very widely branching conversation that will span probably the rest of our adventure here, actually. And maybe even a little further if we play our cards right, but you'll see what I mean by that in, I don't know, like 80,000 hours of video game. A sensible person probably wouldn't have even mentioned the light at the end of the tunnel when we're not even out of the first gate yet, but I am nothing if not an unsensible, ridiculous parody of a human being. To the next area we go. But yeah, I really enjoy talking with the Milton Library Assistant. It's very well handled. What have we here?
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
You ever have that feeling? that's a very strange feeling to get, but it's a very human feeling. If you're just like just out of the blue, quick if I could snap, but my hands are so soft from the lotion and all that stuff. There we go. With my other hand, I can do it. Quick as a snap. You just think, man, there have been literally billions of human beings alive on this planet, and there currently are billions more. Just that sense of scale that makes you feel teeny, teeny, tiny, like the tiniest ant among an entire universe. It's a very interesting feeling to have. Rather have the past be absolutely obliterated than have tourists around. Well, who knows? The tourists might obliterate the past. What with their oily fingertips wanting to touch on all of the statues and their boobies and stuff. What you got for us, Milton? Or Athena? She examined the symbol on the fragment she'd found in the buried city. Again the owl. What could its significance be? It seemed as if they had been scattered around in a labyrinth by some unseen hand for a purpose that yet eluded .. Most likely, the owl was the sigil of the author of these words, which had so bippity-bip-bop-bop, bip-bip-bop, a nebulous memory, as if from a previous life. The owl was a symbol of bip-bop-bip-bop, and the goddess bip-bippity-bippity-bop-bop-bop outside, under the moon, or perhaps on the city walls when the wind rose. But there was no time to contemplate this further now, for the automatons had seen her, and their mechanical arms extended towards Bop, the fragment, and ran as their beams oh god, to run on sentences. Their mechanical arms extended towards Bop, the fragment, and ran as their beams converged on Bip. Our stunning heroine is apparently having trouble collecting these sigils. Every time you bippity bop for the garbage, I crack up. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say for bip bop bippity boop bop. If I ever forget anything in real life, I'm just gonna start saying bip bop bippity bop. You know, the more I think about it, the more I believe that no one is actually worried about AIs taking over the world or anything like that, no matter what they say. What they're really worried about is that someone might prove, once and for all, that consciousness can arise from matter. And I kind of understand why they find it so terrifying. If we can create a sentient being, where does that leave the soul? Without mystery, how can we see ourselves as anything other than machines? And if we are machines, what hope do we have that death is not the end? What really scares people is not the artificial intelligence in the computer, but the natural intelligence they see in the mirror. Okay, calm down, Yoko Taro. You're in the wrong game, buddy. Wrong button. Hey, Hveer. Well, welcome to I'm a robot, you're a robot, everyone is robots. This one is from Dr. Sarabai. As one of the founders of the modern science of noematics, many credit you with inventing the term itself. How do you see the state of oof. Oh, I see. Okay, I thought this was a typo, but they mean, how do you see the state of the science of noematics today? Okay. And she responds with, mixed. On the one hand, the existence of the Institute for Applied Noematics and a couple of similar organizations is highly encouraging. On the other hand, the degree to which science is seen as serving purely military or corporate causes is, in my opinion, stopping us from exploring many important avenues of research. In a sense, it's people like Alexandra Drennan who are the real pioneers today, who have the enthusiasm and dedication that the system as a whole seems to be lacking. And when asked, do you think technology poses a danger to humanity? She says no. Technology is just a tool. What we do with it is up to us. The Extended Lifespan Project, crazy or visionary? To which she replies, both! Our dear friendly friend Arcady, crazy or visionary? Also both. Oh, and what follows is another text log appears to have just fisted its way on in here. Ahem, to Alan Jameson. So far, all the puzzles are solvable and completely within the necessary parameters. Alexandra had some more tweaks she wanted to suggest, but I think we're heading in the right direction here. I think you are too, as we head on into a pretty mixed puzzle area, it seems. Okay, here's a question. Did the game reset my gameplay settings again? No, it doesn't seem to have. It's okay. For some reason, it reset my field of view. I don't know if I played the previous stream at 75 field of view instead of the normal 90, because I looked at before starting this stream and it reset my settings at some point, but I don't know when. So if I had a really narrow field of view on the last stream, I apologize. I didn't notice. I really didn't expect such deep dialogue from the same studio that makes screaming kamikazes with bombs for hands. Yeah, that's this is a really great way for Crow Team to flex their ability to let the players shoot things and have them explode in funny ways, and also talk about philosophy. It's fun stuff. Oh man, that sure was a Serious Engine menu. Yup. All the menus from the Serious Engine look the same. But it's okay, because it makes sense that they would keep the engines the same between, or the menus the same between engines. Okay, so seems we have a little robot problem here. I like that these electric mines, they don't actually hurt you. They're pretty much just there to be a nuisance. Which they are. They are a nuisance. Okay. We got this. Well, this should be fine, actually. If we just block that one in a corner and put it in timeout, we should be okay. Well, no, I guess, because then this other one is in the way. Oh, wait, I have a better idea than either of those. I don't know why I didn't think of this the first time. There. Now the bad boy lasers can't reach it at all. Oh, shit, it just barely clips it. Damn it. Bad drones. Stop that. Stop disrupting my science. There we go. That's much better. Oh, it actually still does disrupt it, but that's okay. There's another door over here, and I don't know what this actually goes to. We'll have to take a look at that. Okay. So before we get out of here, there is a blue laser door over here. But I don't actually have a blue laser. I see a star over there, but did anybody see a blue laser in this puzzle? Because I didn't see one. Maybe it's over in this corner. Maybe it's over here. Robot, please. Why are robots such jerks? The Talos Principle. No. Okay, well, I think... like we might have to steal an implement from another puzzle in order to, get that star, so let's not bother with that right now. not bothering with that right now seems like a good idea. Man, this game is pretty. This game's almost as pretty as I am. You'll see. Someday. Someday I'll do a stream that's 100% face cam and no video game. But I'm still gonna be playing a video game to force you to have to watch. Like you'll like, maybe I'll put it in like a teeny tiny like 10 by 10 window in the corner, so that if you squint, you can like maybe kind of see the game I'm playing, but it's like 99% my face. Oh no! Oh no! Page fault in non-paged area? Oh no! Well, that's a bummer. Well, I guess we're not reading whatever's on that one. I hope you play something like The Witness, so it's just you wrinkling your brow and going, Maybe I will. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll play something that'll make me look really smart. Like, oh man, that C. Jacobs guy, he really knows what he's doing. Look at his squinting thinking face. Big think. That C. Jacobs is the biggest thinker of all of us. He knows what he's doing. Pinhole windows. These sigils are becoming harder to reach. I dread what the next temple holds in store. And at the end, what? Eternal life? There's gotta be another way, says Sheep. Well, Sheep, you are not alone in questioning what awaits us once we're done with pinhole windows. It's October. No better time for playing Five Nights at Freddy's with the scare cam. If I ever play a Five Nights at Freddy's game on a stream, fucking kill me. Just dox me and find my house and murder me. Don't actually dox me. You probably could do it, but don't do it. It'd be mean. Let's see. Okay, well, I see the gimmick of this one. It's the pinhole windows. Don't worry, I was already planning to dox you. Well, that's okay. You do what you need to do, the magical hobo. I remember that some of the extra puzzles required you to set up a solution where you sent lasers from one puzzle area over the walls to the next one. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that at some point if we want to collect these stars, and it's gonna be max painful. It's a matter of principle. Which principle? Go ahead. Tell me which principle. Okay, so this is in a similar vein to the other puzzle. You remember how in the other puzzle we had to kind of we had to take the lasers and kind of make a weird little circuit. Well, we have to do that again here. We gotta pick this one up and then put it like as far over here as we can, so that we can connect it that way. There we go. So now we can take this and we can feed this laser through here. Hang on. Yeah, I know what I want to do. It's just a matter of figuring out how the hell to do it now. Okay. What we need to do is we need to get a reflector over here, like a spare reflector, meaning we have to. Oh, duh. Right. Just looking at it gave me the solution I was looking for. There we go. Duh. There. So now, We can... Oh, that's not gonna work. Uh-oh. Right, that's gonna intersect this laser. Apparently Fort Nothing, apparently Fort Nothing has vocal proof of me condoning my murder. Listen, man. I'm just saying, like, if you have to, it's fine. But if you can avoid murdering me, you know, that's fine too. Like, I'm okay with also not murdering me. Okay, we've run into a problem here. And the problem is that I have to have both of these red laser doors active. Farts. Any way to change the elevation? No, it doesn't look like it. Not this time. So this is, putting one over here is just straight up not gonna work. Intersecting this area over here is not going to solve the puzzle. I'm gonna send you pizza so that your guts murder you. Listen, man. I wish I could have pizza. I had a couple of pieces of pizza the other day, and I felt like I was going to expire on the spot. It made me so sad inside, because I wanted nothing more than to enjoy the pizza, but I couldn't. Okay, so we need 2 reflectors in order to open this door. Like, there does not appear to be any way to open this first door here without using 2 reflectors. And that means that we have to open this and this with 1 reflector without crossing through this window, because that will block this laser and make it so we can't open the blue door. How in the hell are we gonna do that? Let's see if there's an angle where we can see everything. It looks like if I put one right here, I can just barely get to that input. Let's see. I put one right there. Okay, so that's open with 1, and now we need to use... Okay, I got it. I actually just solved it. Okay, so we need to put that there, and then I can use the other one to open the blue door. There you go. Piss. Okay, well that also isn't gonna work. Damn it. Huh. So it looks like I can do either or, but I can't do both from here. Okay. Can lasers go through the grates? No. But yeah, if I pick this up, like, all of this cuts out. None of this is gonna work. And see, look, I can get what I... Oh, look! Actually, I think I can see all of them from here. I wonder if can I get this like even tighter? Like, can I like really squeeze this? What's the... Okay, it looks like that's as far as we can go. I did it! Look at that! Wow! I guess that's why this one is called, like, pinhole windows, because you gotta be way, way back in order to get it working. I don't think I did that right. Hell yeah, elevation change. I guess I guess it was an elevation change. Because, like, with it that far back, even though these are on the same even ground, there's just enough height for it to get up to that input, because like it has to travel very slightly at a very slight incline, and I guess that's just enough. Nice. That's a weird one. I still feel like I did that wrong, but you know what? I got it solved, and there's no star in this one, so I'm satisfied. That was cool. That was a fun one. What else you got? Oh, thank God. There's some easy ones over here. Trapped inside. Yeah, you know I am. I don't know what I mean to imply by that. I see now how I am in fact trapped inside. Right. Okay. Got it. So I just need to get this out of here. Okay. Well. I certainly have been trapped inside. If it works, it ain't wrong. I mean, that's true enough. That's true enough. Okay. Well. How's everybody doing? How's your puzzle solving skills? Mine are all right. I'm doing okay. Well, I did that. That doesn't help me at all. Oh wait, I just solved it. Okay. Well, I guess wait, how the hell did that solve the puzzle? I thought you had to have both of these active. Oh, I guess you only need to have one of them active. I guess this one is just a red herring. Damn it. Fuck you, blue input. You're so useless to me. Well, okay, that works. Hitchfear says, I'm doing okay. I played human Tetris today to acquire provisions. Me too. Except I am the human playing Tetris, I suppose. That blue input, man. You can never trust it. What have we here? Seek out those in this world that would help you. Though only one of us can transcend, we will all share in both the burden and in the rewards, says the shepherd. You've changed, says dog. Everything I do now, I do for those who came after me. Yet in so doing, I find peace for myself as well. This paradox is the foundation of my existence, says the shepherd. Huh. The shepherd may very well be someone we've met already. Just, you know, in a different form. Okay, this one's called Locked from Inside, so I'm sure this one is going to be a great logical extension on the other one. And by great, I mean frustrating. But it'll be fine. I think it's kind of cool how just a single like time of day changes the atmosphere, because this is the same general tile set we've been working with since, you know, the first puzzle area, but now it has a it's got a very different tone to it now that it's like an afternoon sunset kind of thing. It's really cool. The Sirius engine is capable of really, really pretty graphics. Again, another case of like, man, the Crow team really are like a jack of all trades. the time of day is different for each hub, but it's not actively changing as we play, I don't think. I'm pretty sure. Although we did have that one in the last stream where the weather was changing and it was going between being sunny and cloudy and stuff. Hey, look at that. We made a loop back, just like my favorite game, John Dark Souls. Yeah, Billy Bob Dark Souls. We need to take this and get ourselves another reflector. Okay. So, what did that get us? I'm assuming now I can do this and I can open up that loop back to the bonfire. So what does that get me? Ah, right. I don't need this anymore. And now I can use it to go through here. Well, that wasn't too difficult. Oh, because this one's a green one. That's why it wasn't too difficult. That makes sense. There. Hey, look at that. Pizza Android says, life is still so hard. I'm sorry you're suffering, Pizza Android. It's okay. I'm here for you. Any plans to stream the new California mod? I hear it's good. I don't know what that is a mod for. I don't know what that's a mod for. I assume by the name New California, it's a Fallout thing. I guess. It's a New Vegas mod. I mean, I'll take a look at it. Sure. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll see it. If I can get New Vegas to not crash every 10 seconds. Oh. Hey, look at that. Looks like someone was not too satisfied with their existence in puzzle hell. Joke's on them. Help is probably never going to come. But points for trying. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna count it out. Who knows? Maybe leaving an SOS message will summon help. Maybe like a living walkthrough or something. So I guess the only other one we've got here is this one. They were trying to spell sauce, but didn't have space. Ah. You know what? SOS is a good way to spell sauce if you're low on if you're trying to be economical about your letter usage. Windows into a labyrinth. Oh god, not Windows again. I don't want to deal with Windows. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I didn't even know that this new California mod was a thing, but I'll reinstall New Vegas and check it out. Okay, so into the titular labyrinth we go. I really like the word titular. The word titular is great. Very powerful word. Oh god. This is hell right here. Welcome to puzzle hell, everybody. Okay. So now we have 2 reflectors. Now what? Well, I guess we're gonna go around and collect our tools, shall we? See what's over here. Is there a tool over here? As a matter of fact, there is a tool over here, since I am now standing in this area of the puzzle. But then again, I suppose that means that there's tools wherever I go, huh? Is Labyrinth Hell better or worse than Robot Hell? Robot Hell is pretty bad. I don't know. You'd have to ask Yoko Taro about Robot Hell. Okay, so we need to have this reflector here. So that we can open this door. But we don't need this one anymore, so we can take this one. This reflector has to stay here, otherwise we can't actually get into the maze. But it doesn't actually look like I can see anything else from outside it. It's almost like they cleverly designed this. Wait, I know what we can do. Here, we can do this. Where's that jammer? There it is. Take this. We can jam this from the inside. So now we don't have to have this, and we can put these connectors wherever the heck we want. Yeah! Put that right there, cause I don't know why. Let's just do it. We'll put it there even, so that I can see it through even more windows. Microsoft ain't got nothing on this. I'm gonna trap myself in the maze. Which I actually think I have to do now. I think the only way to get back to the other side is by actually trapping myself. Great. Okay, so now we can open up this and get another reflector. Yeah, look at this. This is procedural puzzle solving right here. Maybe I was, you know what? Maybe I was correct to play incredibly difficult puzzle games on stream. Maybe that wasn't such a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad idea. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. Okay. Well. How goes the problem solving? Metaphysical or otherwise? Says Collins Bro. It's going well, but I think I just got stuck. Okay. So, if I put a laser over here, I can move the jammer into this part of the maze, but that doesn't really help me at all because there's two doors here. So I need to have a reflector pointed through here, and then I can use the jammer to get the last one. Okay, well we can do that. It's not that difficult. We just gotta do this. Boy, it's a good thing that these lasers just travel on forever and they don't have any like diffusion of light or anything like that. That they're just fucking magical sci-fi lasers. There we go. I can take that. Move that through. And we have successfully threaded the needle. That moving lasers through gates thing is turning out to be quite useful as we proceed into the harder puzzles. What does getting stuck say about the nature of what it means to be a human? I don't know. That maybe the next computer terminal will tell me. Look at that. We're blowing our way through this. We're blasting our way through the Talos Principle. We are a Talos professional. Also, I didn't get a blue laser out of the puzzle. So like over there is where the star is in this area, but it requires you to somehow get a blue laser into that puzzle. But I don't even have the slightest idea how to do that. So we'll have to come back and do that a little later. Are these new? These are new. I have read a message on a wall that speaks of a world of endless sand. I would like to make it far enough to see that, says V17. Am I going crazy or do the computer terminals have a personality, says Ted Anderson. Ted Anderson, he's showing up everywhere. The false Ted. The false Ted has come to lead us astray. Oh, hey, there's another message here. I had a full-blown conversation with the entity in the archive today. Can't say it was terribly helpful. Still, perhaps I can charm some information out of it further down the line. And maybe we can charm some information out of it as well. Maybe it'll have something interesting to say. I mean, it is being pretty interesting to talk to.
Rejoice, child, for you have fulfilled all your tasks in this land. You have conquered all its guardians and solved all its mysteries. Thus, you are appointed its master.
Oh, yeah!
And you may do with it as you will.
I like having the title of master. Although, actually, Elohim, you're a little bit mistaken. We didn't collect all the stars, so if we go down this path...
There are mysteries in my garden, hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
Well, fucking fair enough. I was about to say that, but sure, I guess you can just openly contradict yourself like that if you so choose. Mr. All-Powerful Booming Voice. Very bassy voice that Elohim has. So alright, that does it for World A. We have completed all of the puzzles that we can complete right now in World A. And you can see that there's a little bit more for us to do here, but we... Huh. How about that? Well, welcome everybody to the secret hidden developer garden. We're gonna hang out here for a while because this area is pretty fun. You can see the. So in the series Sam Games, the Crow Team developers appear as the weird little alien guys with big giant brains, and in this game they're androids with giant computer heads, and we can hang out with them. We can hang out with the developers and watch them futz around with puzzle mechanics. The fun thing about the Crow Team developers in this area is that they're performing the tasks that they performed when they were creating the game, or some version thereof. We can't really disrupt their routine any, but it is fun to run around and watch them. Just watch them mess around with the game mechanics. I don't think there's anything to find here. There might be a star here, actually. I don't remember, but yeah. Welcome to the developer hangout spot, everyone. You are now honorary Crow Team developers. Very pleasant music here. Hey, pal. What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, hey. Hello there. Oh, hey, look. It's Samsara. We've seen a message from you. And the shepherd. Heard a little bit about you. Looks like they have physical bodies here. How about that? They're so cute. They are weirdly cute, aren't they? I think it's because they have these tiny bodies compared to mine. Like they're missing some of the bits that connect to the legs, so they're all stumpy. It's great. It's fun to watch them run around. Oh, you saw the guy running around with the camera, and then the head of Crow Team is around here somewhere. He's running around with a little book that I believe literally says the Talos Principle on it. Hey, pal. What are you up to? Oh, yay! Psyched! Yeah! The magic of teleportation! He's got green pants. I wonder if they were allowed to pick the color of their robot's pants and shirt. Because most of them are just like white colored with the blue pants, but some of them have special... Sorry about that, Dennis. But yeah, so some of them have different colored pants. Yeah, you go, Carlo. Oh yeah, it's my turn. Yeah. Technology is incredible. Oh, here we go. Over here. Over here, we've got some dedications. Let's see. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. All right. Words are wind. Requiescat and patchy. You know, that thing they said in the Assassin's Creed. Oh boy. He will forever be the forum cat. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. I see. Elohim better not prohibit beer. Hey, someone scan this. What is it? Here, I'm gonna scan this. I wonder what this says. Thank God I downloaded a QR scanner on my phone. It works really fast, too. Oh, there we go. Manliest man alive. Have some free mouthwash, free shampoo, and free shower curtains for decoding this. All right, then. I am Heavy Trigger Guy, and this is my trigger. I unfortunately can't push down the plunger. Darn it. Oh, hey there, Mario. Sorry, I broke that puzzle again. Oh, these are all playtesters, it seems. These are all people that got sucked into the world of the Talos Principle and immortalized forever. I shall solve the mysteries of this land of Elohim. Well, we can only hope he did. There's some there's some sweet code for you to execute in the chat if you want to take over my Twitch channel, because we are all, after all, so Ronry. 1,000 words are no match for a good fight. Maybe so. We know far less than we think we do. That's very true. Roaring at everything. Yeah. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, Fire Shell. There is no spoon. Bugged spoon mechanics. You rush a miracle, man. You get rotten miracles. Don't listen to the voice or I will see, is this person threatening to tase me? Is that what that is? Or are they threatening to taste me and they just, you know, they just have that Elmer Fudd lisp going on. The Z sigils are evil. Oh. I don't know if we've seen any red Z sigils yet. The Z-shaped ones. We might have a couple, I'm not sure. I haven't been really keeping track of the shapes. What the serpent won't tell you is that love is the essence of humanity. Well, from our one conversation that we've had with the Milton Library Assistant, I don't think it thinks much of anything beyond robot philosophy. Words, if properly interpreted, are the tools of eternal enlightening. Well, boy, Freaknik, aren't you just a regular Talos Principle writer? Vegetation shader still lacks vegetation or shading or any linguistical combination of the previous two words. What does a vegetation shader actually do? Does it not make vegetation? Is that not what a vegetation shader is? Oh my God. He got to live forever after all. Took the frogs and the rocks and the trees and Crystal. and all of the other persons with him too. So this is the fabled person that jerks off to the Star Fox characters. I knew it. And they had their paws in the Talos Principle. What have we over here? Someone's got a little hangout spot over here. What you up to? Tom, Jay, and Jonas. Hey, Jonas. Tom. Oh, Tom's got cool shades. Don't you agree? I'll do a guy with the camera again. What you up to? What you guys doing? Just hanging out, checking the bump mappings on these sweet statues. Cool. Over here. Error, invalid encoding. Well, joke's on you, the Talos Principle. I'm gonna scan it anyway. Yeah, let's scan it anyway. No, I don't care about Young America Realty. Go away, ad. Why is there an ad on my QR scanning program? There are secrets everywhere, sometimes within our very words. I glimpse them, but my eyes cannot read them. How can this be? Gotta get a smartphone. You gotta get a smartphone, the Talos Principle. That's how you can read them. This is fun. I like hanging out. Oh, there he is! Hey! This is the CEO of Crow Team here, the head director for the game. Hey, buddy, what you got there? It's just overseeing the whole thing. Secret Principles of Talos, by him. He wrote the book. That's pretty great. Can we just do this for the rest of the stream? Do we have to solve puzzles or think about philosophy? I just wanna hang out with the Crow Team devs. Does the book have a QR code on it? Does it? I didn't notice. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Damn it! He runs so fast. Oh, we'll have to find him again. Is that him? No. Damn it. Oh, well. Well, I'm sure we'll see him again before we leave. There he is. Hey! Come here! Hey, you! I need to take a screenshot of your book. Hey! No, it's not a QR code. What's going on over here, though? What you up to, pal? Whoa! The miracle of technology is something to behold. Oh, we got a little powwow over here. What's going on over here, friends? Holy shit! This guy's terrifying. This guy hasn't slept in like 3 weeks. They're so skittish. The Crow Team developers are very skittish animals. They're like spooked rabbits. It's so quaint. It's just so quaint to watch them just like gesturing at each other. Oh, it's great. I love it. Oh, great. More laser nonsense. Just what I need. Oh, Nathan, your little mini-me is very bad at solving laser puzzles. It's so tiny. Oh, this whole puzzle's tiny, actually. This is just like a teeny tiny little puzzle. Look at that tiny little crate over there. When do we take one to do some chow karate? Ah! I did it. I solved the puzzle. Oh, you did it! Look at him! He did it! Yeah! Go, Nathan Mini-Me, go! Yeah! Yeah, he's psyched! Oh, don't you hate it when your hard work is just totally undone like that? I'm so sorry, Nathan Mini-Me. Nathan, why you gotta be so mean to your Mini-Me? What did he do to you? Now he's gotta go and solve the puzzle again. You found this before, or is it your first time in the secret spot? Yeah, I didn't pretend to find this very convincingly, did I? This is probably one of my favorite little areas in the game. I love this. This is great. Oh yeah, look at him go. Oh, what a badass. Oh, I love this area. I wish that stuff like this was in more video games. It's just fun. It's fun. Crow Team is another one of those developers where like it's super clear that they really like making video games. You're a little off, pal. There you go. That's close enough. He's still not all the way there. Level designers, perhaps. But they're satisfied with their work. So you know what? I'm happy for them. What have we here? Is this an area where I can go? This is probably an area for them. What's over here? Oh, that's the laser guys again, right? We might have seen everything there is to see here on the developer island. This is great. This is really great. It's just so cool. It's so cool that they put in the time and effort to make all these little jokes as like a little thank you to all their developers. It's cool stuff. I do like too that it's not even that hard to come across it either. It's right in the first area. You can see it like fucking 5 minutes after starting the game, and like it looks like a Doom secret. It is about as well hidden as a secret in the original Doom would be. I just like that it's just so quaint. It's really cool. So we have completed-ish World A of the Talos Principle. Now, let's finally make use of these sigils I've been carrying around, and let's open the gate and see what is beyond. Oh, look at that. I'm so damn good. That one was like the easiest one.
You have proven yourself worthy, child, and this gate shall be forever open to you. Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind. But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
So, welcome to the hub, everybody. Welcome to the hub world. Note to self: don't climb the tower. Something resulting in my death. It looks pretty imposing, so I think that's probably good advice at this point. Milton's over there, but we'll talk to the library assistant in a moment. First, we'll do some exploring around here. Do some hopping around just for fun. Yeah. There's an Easter egg over there. I might say fuck it to this Easter egg. This one is what's ridiculous. Oh, this one's ridiculous. These little radios are not at all worth it for what they have on them. But we'll try. I'll try it. You want to see some platforming in a non-platforming video game? In a non-platforming game engine? Here you fucking go. Oh god. Ah! Huh! Ah! You want me to climb the tower instantly? You instantly want me to climb the tower? Were you not paying attention to the part about instant death? Oh my god, I did it. Wow. That's really surprising, actually.
What's happening, Sam? Come on, you're my eyes and ears here.
It's another line from Serious Sam 3. Okay. Yeah, the Easter eggs in this game are really, really difficult to find, and they range from being weird and nonsensical to being weird and nonsensical, but in a way that's also not funny. But they're usually funny. And they're usually a joke based on how hard it is to actually get to them, like our dear friends the kitten JPEGs. Alright, Milton, what do you want? Aha, more Athena. Bip bop boop bop, bip bop bip bip bop bip bop. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of the bip bop user dot set bip bop bop. Here, assembled were all the many generations of gods and demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron, and memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon? Where great gleaming cities had once bip? Keep that up, you may find more than a JPEG. Yeah, we might find a GIF at some point. We might find a cat GIF at some point. For the record, these Athena logs don't make a damn bit of sense unless you read them together. So once we have collected all of them, I know when you get the final one. Once we've collected all of them, we'll go through the story again, and then we'll connect the dots. Ahem. Professor Doctor, just like our cool friend Officer Deputy from Resident Evil 7. Professor Doctor Armin Hulak, The Fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. Oh boy, great. Bip bop, bip bop. Apparently apparently the bip bop there is supposed to be an image with a caption in a language that's not English. But interesting, as such, perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. To register for the class, please email and. Maybe I should just stick a cat JPEG in the corner. Maybe that would entertain you while I read all of these logs about the Romans and Greeks and all these people who say all these fancy words about fancy pants subjects like life, love, and the energy we all spend to continue our existence. As you can probably tell, if you jump off this plateau, you die. That they don't let you just wander off into into the icy wilderness beyond the throes of what we know and love, or at least know. So what are you thinking? What's the consensus? On a scale of do it to don't do it, how badly do you want me to just start climbing up that tower right now? I think we'll leave it for a little bit. I think it's best if we leave it for a while. Because if you wanna, we can start climbing the tower whenever we want, really. And Elohim will not be happy with us. But I'm my own man. I can do whatever I please. He's literally the person that told me that. So, you know, I'm gonna act on that. But not yet. I think it's probably prudent to explore the rest of our surroundings before we do that. Like over here. What have we over here? There's a blue laser puzzle here for some reason. Good luck finding a blue laser. But okay. Just a random cryo chamber for that star. I guess that star's in timeout. Yeah, we're not gonna bother just yet. We're gonna head over to World B, and we're gonna get a nice change of scenery. Chris Crash says, "Oh!" very excitedly. So I have a feeling that Chris Crash has managed to get a blue laser. At some point. At some point, I have a feeling that Chris Crash knows where we're gonna get a laser to solve that. I appreciate that there's like a very well-worn like desire path to each area, you know, because many have come before us. It's true. What have we here? I'm afraid of that tower. There's something terrible inside it. Never think about it. Don't even look at it. Just focus on doing the work, says Seer, a name we haven't seen before. This must be the tower we were warned about. Seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim is taking no chances that we stray from his path, says Sheep. Interesting. So, it seems that even if we started to climb, we would have to make our way up the hard way and solve puzzles. And I don't think we're ready for puzzles of that caliber yet. So instead, let's check out some more text logs and then head to World B. What have we here? The great irony of the The great irony of the OxyClean papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of OxyContin survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized work has survived unharmed. Bip bop bop bip bop bippity bop bop. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in bop bop, make sure that bip bop bop bippity bop. So if you want the world to forget Twilight and move on to better things, put Twilight in a museum and throw natural philosophy into the garbage. You got it. Damn it! I keep hitting the wrong button. Don't worry. Oxyrhinovirus.html. Society's already done what you've asked. The Book of the Scribe Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, to Aaron Rodgers, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of our dear friend Oxymoron, our dear fallen society Oxymoron. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text, such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. Boy, that's kind of a problem. I would say that if you can't come to a consensus on that, maybe just discard it altogether. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka, life force, will become separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an Akh, living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat, underworld, in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Huh. Boy, that sounds familiar. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice or bip-bop. Well, I guess that one's over. A recent study suggests the text may have been intended as philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may bop. So what you're saying here is that an ancient Egyptian text that may or may not have been allegorical has a very strangely similar story and message to, I don't know, the situation that our dear robot friend here may have found his or her themselves in. Interesting how all of this is contained in the Milton Library archive. You know, the same archive contained on the same, servers that have all of human knowledge and history, including the knowledge of the lore surrounding our situation in the real world that the Talos Principle takes place in. Very, very suspicious, that. Oh, damn it. Well, I fricked it. I spent a lot of time looking at these Tetris puzzles when I played through the Talos Principle for the first time. Because, the logic solving puzzles are where you actually get the sigils. Those are one thing. But these sigil block puzzles, these are unbelievably difficult sometimes. They get nuts. Oh. I have seen the truth. Only Elohim can save us from eternal oblivion. From this person. Okay. Well, I don't know if I truly believe that, but I mean, he's been okay to us so far, aside from the whole, if you go in the tower, then you'll die forever thing. He was kind of a jerk about that, but given the whole die forever thing, I think I can understand why.
A new land stands before you, my child. And know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
Live streaming on the internet is a pretty great purpose, isn't it? I agree, Elohim. It was all worth it for me to live stream. So those of you that have played the Serious Sam games know already that they excel at making extremely realistic looking and detailed desert, sand, ruins, environments. Well, welcome to the Serious Sam area. This area is pretty much like one-to-one copied and pasted assets from Serious Sam the First Encounter and Serious Sam 3, which is fine. I just think it's kind of funny because it kind of stops, as a person who really enjoys the Serious Sam games, as soon as I step into this area, it's like, all right, when do I get the shotgun? Where's the Land of Hugs? Oh, we'll get there. We'll get to the Land of Hugs. You don't know. Maybe this is the Land of Hugs.
Eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time.
Well, I do serve a purpose greater than that of myself. I entertain people and collect money by entertaining people. Although I suppose the money part isn't the part that's greater than myself. The part is the entertainment. The money is just secondary. What's up, Milton? Tell me something. Do you always do as you're told? No, not always. I only ask because I couldn't help but notice the stash of brightly colored knickknacks you're collecting. Don't you think it a mite odd that big voice in the sky keeps telling you to find those doodads, yet forbidding you to use them to climb the great big tower in the middle of it all? Huh. I'll climb it when I'm good and ready, Milton, thanks. Okay, no need to get huffy. You'd be amazed how many just do as they're told without stopping to think for themselves. But maybe you're different. Then again, maybe you're exactly the same. Maybe everyone climbs the tower, and the only way to win is to stay down here with the mortals. What are you getting at here, Milton? What are you trying to tell me, pal? Nope. In fact, I'm all in favor of you poking about up there, if only to see what you find. Must be something juicy if it's forbidden by His Highness. Then again, maybe not. I'll be off then. Just wanted to drop in and run a little interference. Whatever you do, take care. You have bigger problems than the voice in the clouds. Not a fan of Elohim, huh? Oh, hung up on me. Milton hung up on me. Thanks, pal. Or the serpent, I suppose I should call you, as the one message we found on the wall calls you. But I prefer Milton. Milton's funnier. Oh yeah, more Osiris. Oh, you know what? I guess we're entering the land of Osiris, aren't we? We're going all the way back to the desert sands. It's Serious Sam all over again. So I bet we're going to learn more about that Osiris text in this area. Ahem. The dying man went unto the scribe who resided in premedicated and said, Behold, I am weak of body. My days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Though I have spent my years in service of the two lands, I have not studied the Bop. Neither have I, to be honest. I haven't studied the Bop much either. Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead on my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners? And the scribe spoke, saying, At the appointed time, you bop bip bip bop bip bip bop bop bip. Cool. So, with that said, let's go over that again with some annotations from someone who knew better. It is likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar of the owner. Aha, so see, it probably is metaphorical then. In the older manuscript, this is rendered as Bop Bop. Some controversy as to whether it... I assume some controversy as to whether it actually refers to Amun-Ra, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, it seems this translation by E.A. Wallace Budge is perhaps not entirely accurate. Well, good job, E.A. Wallace Budge. You suck. You did a poor job. Oh boy. Disgruntlemeister's Blogs to See, episode 204. Ahem. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease, and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. Boy, Disgruntlemeister, I'm hoping you got a lot of epic upvotes on the atheist Reddit. I would rather not live forever. I don't know. I gotta say that I disagree with Disgruntlemeister here. No offense to Disgruntlemeister, but you sound like kind of a prick. Personally, I don't really want to live forever. That sounds like it would eventually become a pain in the ass. Watching everybody you love die, and then finding new people to care about, and then they also die. But you're still there, Disgruntlemeister. Disgruntlemeister and his blogs to see are still there. The everlasting Disgruntlemeister. Oh yeah! 24 million views on this video about a new song. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine, LOL. And then this song doesn't actually seem to bode very well. I don't know. But you know what? At least the dog is fine. I'm gonna add this to my playlist, and I didn't even hear it. I'm gonna create 100 alt accounts to favorite whatever the hell this is. I don't know what it refers to, but boy, it's kind of depressing in a way. Dog's fine though, so that's all I care about. I hope that wherever he is now, Disgruntlemeister is okay, living his meager immortal life the way he so chooses. No, my friend, I don't have any idea what's going on. Chris Crash says, I took a screenshot when I found that. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Oh, man. My past playthrough of the Talos Principle is coming back to haunt me. I'm getting gaslit by myself. Oh, that's awesome. Chris Crash says, it's not your most inane one. Oh god, are there more? Oh, I'm excited to find the rest of my messages. I'm finally getting some sense out of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity. I am beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control over the world than we do, says Sheep. Oh man, look at that. It looks like Sheep has found someone new to follow. How about that? I guess I'm happy for you, sheep. You're coming into your own. I mean, not really. I guess you're still living up to your name, just in a different form. So, how's that graphical quality working out? Still looking good? Now that we're getting into the grainy desert sands, the incredibly detailed grainy textures of the desert sands. I certainly hope so, because it took a lot of fiddling to get the graphics settings right. Elohim lied about the tower. I stepped foot inside and returned to tell the tale by this person who's on my friends list, but I don't know who it is. I don't know who this is. But congrats, whoever it is. You made it out of the tower without dying a horrible death. So maybe we should go and investigate it. What a powerful name. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome, says 8. Okay. I'm happy for you, 8. That's pretty cool, man. Window through a door. Okay, let's do it. You'll be needing a special device to solve this one, said. Oh, hey, this is First Aid Kite. I haven't spoken with him in a while. I wonder what the special device is. I assume it's referring to the lasers. I mentioned this very not in depth on the first stream, but once you have enough green pieces, you can open up the World A gate, and you can go on your own merry way if you so choose. You can head to World B before you even have the reflectors unlocked, and it's at this point that the game will start to let you know, hey, maybe you should actually go and see if you can solve as many puzzles as you can before continuing. Which, I mean, is totally fair. I just don't understand this one. I figured I'd try and make some progress here, but honestly, it's such a thankless task compared to what else is out there, says at V17. Apparently someone's getting disillusioned with the good word of our friend Elohim. Okay, well that's not gonna work. Stop lasering myself. Go back this way. Ah, I got it. Maybe I got it. I might got it. Everybody except the dog. Remember, everybody except the dog has got it. We're gonna use our ability to move lasers between gates. What? Why didn't that work? Oh, because I needed to put the laser outside of the... Whoops. Whoopsie doodles. Shit. Needed to put that outside of the thing. Whoops. There we go. Now it'll be fine. This one is the one that I'm gonna take. Wait. Oh, right. Hold on. I'll get this. I'm just stupid is the thing. I'm just dumb. We'll do that in a minute. Let's explore the rest of the puzzle and see if I actually even need to do that. Because I very well might not. Ah, I do, because the drone over there is blocking the laser before it completes over here. Okay. So yes, I actually do need to do this. There you go. Now I can take this one. There. Jesus. Apparently Speedball is eating a real good burger. I hope you enjoy it. Please enjoy it in my stead. because for the past couple of days, I have been able to only eat toast. My stomach has been just absolutely destroying my innards today, so I have been only eating toast today. And the past few days, pretty much. And yep, welcome to Egypt. This is where our friend Serious Sam hangs out. He spends his time... He spends his time here shooting the heads off of people who already have no head. Hey, amigo. Welcome to the Talos Principle. Have you tried a toast sandwich? Dude, that's such a weird concept to me. The idea that a toast sandwich is something that someone really invented. Also, we have no bread right now. We're actually out of bread. I had the last of it this morning. There are hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? That was from our mysterious friend Samsara. Apparently still running around. Toast sandwiches are great. Well, if you mean a sandwich made from toasted bread. A sandwich whose contents are toast, less so. Oh, have you not heard of a toast sandwich? Hold on. Hold on. I'll show you. This is a toast sandwich. The sandwich was made and photographed by me, Ryan. It was okay. Was it? Was it, Ryan? A toast sandwich is a sandwich made with 2 thin slices of bread. Here. Dude, look at this picture of the toast sandwich. The sandwich was made and photographed by me, Ryan. It was okay. Is cjacobs.us down or something? I never seem to catch you live over there. Colburn is working on moving the Twitch player over to cjacobs.us, but currently cjacobs.us unfortunately does not support live streams. The live stream functionality just isn't working right now. But he's working on it. So yeah. A toast sandwich. A sandwich made with 2 thin slices of bread in which the filling is a thin slice of heavily buttered toast. It's a toast sandwich. Why would you do such a thing? Oh well. I don't know. I don't know why you would make a toast sandwich. Like, if you had nothing else, just eat a piece of toast. You don't have to make a sandwich out of it. It's like making a toast sandwich. The 2 superfluous pieces of bread add nothing and waste 2 pieces of bread. Just butter some toast. There's no reason to make it a sandwich. I don't get it. That's the ultimate puzzle. The ultimate puzzle in the Talos Principle is, who is a toast sandwich for? Maybe we'll be able to answer that by the end. Hey Milton, what's up? Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what is to you the important difference between a pebble and a tree? Well, what is the important difference? A tree is heavier, a pebble is older, and a tree is alive. Milton, do you know anything about toast sandwiches? Sorry to distract you from the topic at hand here, but what's the difference between toast and a toast sandwich? Well, I don't know. I suppose the important difference is that a tree is, in fact, technically speaking, a living organism. Technically. Good. Now what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? A frog is delicious. It's gotta be the top one. Come on, Milton. You're playing with me, buddy. Now we're getting somewhere. let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? Nothing important. Frogs are people too. I don't think so, Milton. Well, I would say that it's between these two. Like, if I were to go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and take the 50-50, it would either be this one or this one as my answer. Because, like, a frog probably is not aware of its place in the universe. But then again, a frog also likely isn't a rational creature, it just follows its instincts. The truth is, the frogs were gay from the start. Let's go with the self-aware one, because I guess frogs could technically be capable of rationality, if you count following instinctual desires as rationality. That's the answer I'd been contemplating as well. Though I'm not convinced that view lines up with the definition of a person you provided earlier. Uh-oh. Oh shit. It's time for him to call me out on it for real this time. Still, doubting your assumptions isn't something to fear. It's an intellectual survival instinct. I'm pleased to see you adapting your ideas to your environment. Let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude two things. A person must be rational or self-aware, and a person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help you resolve your problem is ask whether you are in fact those things. Are you aware of yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? First of all, I did not say both of those things. First of all, I only said one of those two, and you seem to have combined them both into one, Milton, my friend. So, if you gave me the ability to call you out on that, I would. But yes, I will say I can be self-aware, sure. I tend to agree with you. Though your responses so far have been a little eccentric, I am resigned to admit that you are right. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness, in your opinion? Consciousness is what separates us from animals. Consciousness is the feelings and senses. Consciousness is what it is like to be me. Consciousness is far outside my area of expertise. Well, that one is definitely the case, but let's pretend that it's not the case. Let's see. Well, I would say that consciousness is probably feelings and senses, personally. I think you could rationalize any of these, right? But I would say that animals at least are conscious. Animals have consciousness, I will say. Like, regardless of whether animals are self-aware or rational thinking creatures, they have consciousness. So, I would say that what makes you conscious is your ability to analyze feelings and senses. So this is the closest to that, I suppose. So I'd say that. That hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? Consciousness is made of neurons. Consciousness is another word for the soul. Consciousness is beyond the laws of physics, and consciousness is a complex functional system. Well, that one's true. Like, no matter what, it's true. It's just putting it in a very robotic way. I think we'll go with that. It's a very computery way to put it, but yeah, let's go with that. Interesting. You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. All right then. See, isn't it nice, Milton, when we work together? Before you were being obstinate. but I think we're making progress, buddy. It's a big thing to put a definition to. Far bigger than those answers can put it. Yeah, pretty much, isn't it? Yeah, you're asking us to boil the idea of human consciousness down to a sentence. I don't think it's really that simple. But see, we're getting to the part of the game that I really enjoy, right? I really, really like talking back and forth to Milton about these things, because it has such a good, solid personality. This is what I like about Milton, is that it has, regardless of the fact that all of our answers are canned answers, right? Like, we can only pick from 3 or 4 options. But what I like is that Milton has a very consistent character about the answers we can give. Like, it has different responses to pretty much all of the stuff we can say, and it remembers the things that we've talked about. And that is really, really cool, the way they set up the very, very long-winded dialogue system in this game. Branching dialogue is cool in video games. Put more branching dialogue in your games, because it's cool as shit. Okay, so what do we got for the archive this time? The role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in an organism's central database. A variable gets changed, a piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug, causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown, i.e., death. But sometimes, the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed on to the next generation. I mean, well, yes, but I would say that the difference there is that doesn't happen to computers. Computers don't get beneficial bugs just by accident. That's not really, like, your conceptualization is kind of flawed there, because a bug, by definition, in a computer is a bad thing all of the time, because it's not a living creature. Now, if you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is, and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism bip-bop-bop overwrite bip-bop-bop-bop. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our very existence. I mean, at least partly. That's true, at least. That second paragraph is more on point. Oh! Chris Crash says, computers don't cope with wobbliness as well as analog organics do. That's true. Let's see. From Trevor Donovan to Alexandra Drennan. Subject, EL capacity. Yeah, no worries. EL is not only ridiculously fast, it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, it'll totally be able to handle all of your project's data needs, assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be like centuries. That should be enough, right? Right? Trev. Well, good news, Trev. Centuries probably is good enough. Let's see. One of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally prompted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, as if some invisible force had driven them to suddenly change. But the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time, due to bop-bop, bip-bop, bop-bop. Example, in response to an external threat or challenge. Well, yeah, if you're a fucking pet ant. Did you even read the other text log? If an individual coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with that challenge more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass on that information to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time they become the dominant model of the species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetimes, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. Okay, Kojima, calm down. Again, yeah, I guess that's how you could choose to only describe it and refuse to accept other definitions. If you're a pet ant or a podiatrist. Well, that's okay, Chris Crash. So speculating on the story based on what you've seen is fine. It's just, spoiling, like, I can't believe Elohim was Simon Jarrett from Soma. You can't spoil that stuff. Ah! Speaking of Chris Crash, have you tried crossing the laser beams? I have tried it. I have tried it, Chris Crash, thank you. And it didn't work. Elohim is Simon Jarrett? Yeah, he is. I'm sorry to have ruined it for you. It's all my fault. Chris Crash is very excited about seeing her name pop up on screen. You know what? I would be excited too, because, like, that's so weird. That's so weird that I was just referring to you by name and then there's your name. Oh, this game is great. All right, Talos Principle, you got this. Yeah, get it! Good enough. Now let me out, please. Thank you. Well, that one wasn't so hard. I guess the hard part of this one is going to be getting a red laser in here so that we can, The hard part's going to be getting a red laser in here so that we can get the star. That's going to be a challenge. But it's one we'll figure out another time. There's a hell of a lot of puzzles in this hub. We've got a couple more to solve yet. After we finish this area, I think we'll be done for the day. Let's see, what have we here? Lots of messages in this area, too. Am I going crazy? Or do the computer terminals have a personality? Hey, look, it's Joe Public. Joe Public left this one. Congratulations, Joe Public. And, I mean, you're right. That Milton guy, he sure does seem like a piece of work. Third wheel. Yeah, you know I am. Although I suppose that's not a good thing. Okay. Simple and clean as the way that you're making me feel tonight. That there. Okay. So, what's the problem here? Joe Public says, damn, I missed it. Just came back to you mentioning my name. Oh, well, that's fine, Joe Public. You're right over here. You're really deep into the lore of the Talos Principle. Now back to it we go. Okay. Well, that didn't seem so hard. I guess what this puzzle is intended to teach you is that you can put, excuse me, you can put stuff besides boxes on pressure plates, which is fair because I don't think we've encountered an area where I've needed to put stuff on a pressure plate yet. So fair enough, the Talos Principle. Over the fence. Great. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a nightmare. Please explode that. Thank you. Yikes. Okay, well, if we jump over there without this box, we ain't getting back, so maybe let's make the smart decision. Let's make the smart decision instead of the dumb decision, as I am wont to do on the majority of my live streams. There we go. How about that? Another puzzle implement is ours. So that's nice. We have that to look forward to. Oh-ho! Paint obtained. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna say something philosophical this time. The tools to overcome this place have been provided to us. We need only learn how to use them. There I am. Alright. So. Well, this seems like a fucking nightmare. Excuse me. I'll just pluck this. So where's he going? It looks like he's just gonna bounce back and forth, okay? Well, let's see what's at the other end then, perhaps. Okay, what's this? Epitaph. Oh, look! Samsara is dead. Looks like Samsara couldn't solve this last puzzle. Let's maybe let this guy... Let's let this guy get out of our damn way here. Epitaph. Program timed out. But I was stuck. What was I supposed to? I see clouds. Well, there aren't any. But maybe at one time there were. So, I believe, if I am remembering this correctly, the solution to this puzzle actually was hinted at in the puzzle we just did. The one with the tiny room that we just walked out of. If we go over here, you will see we can put a box on top of the bomb. Because in the previous puzzle there was a box on top of the bomb. You can't carry items upstairs and ladders rather, so we had to do this one by force. This one stumps a lot of people. The only reason I know the solution to this one is because I remember a response from the developers about what is supposed to be your hint that you can do this. It's the puzzle in the previous room. The puzzle in the previous room has a bomb with a box on top of it, with the implication being that you can put stuff on top of a bomb, which I mentioned on the last stream. And actually, if you look at the bomb, you can see that it does have a flat surface on the top, which I suppose is the implication that you can put something up there, because none of the other surfaces are flat. But yeah, that one stumps a hell of a lot of people, because it's just, why would you ever think about doing that? You know? That's just not... That's probably one of the few puzzle elements in this game that I think is not so clearly explained to the player. Because the only example you have of it actually happening in the wild explodes. Ah! Speaking of which, oh!
Cease! In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
Good advice. I'll try not to become the headless kamikaze. I mean, I have my head. I like my head. Where was the shotgun? Where was the shotgun when I needed it? Oh well. Well, that does it for this puzzle area. Looks like we got one more QR code here. Frogs are people too. That one's from Emily Smith. How about that? And out we go. So let's unlock this puzzle implement, see what we got over here. And then we'll say goodbye for the day. Not this one. This one. Oh, look at that! Fucking professional! It's like I know what I'm doing or something. It seems that the next stream is really gonna blow us away. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for the Talos Principle for today. Next time, we will continue on with World B, and we're gonna learn a lot about that book of Osiris. Believe me, you're gonna be very tired of hearing about Osiris by the time World B is over, but it's fine. We'll learn and grow together as we continue to discuss philosophy with our new friend Milton. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's always fun to play this game. I love this game. I'm really, really enjoying playing this for you on stream. And I'll see you next time.